Hello, everybody. Welcome back to IPL 5 at the Cosmopolitan of Las Vegas. Everything's looking pretty good here in Group B so far. We've got Complexity versus TCM Gaming starting soon, and Complexity versus Frantics on TCM versus Fnatic earlier on was a really, really interesting game. There was a huge come-from-behind victory on that second map on Archways. You got to cast with Total Biscuit. How was that? That was
pretty fun. I've never casted with Total Biscuit before, but he's a great guy. I know you had to cast with him as well, but I think you did that before.
PAX,
I believe so. But yeah, it was just great. We had Kevin Naki up here. We had Total Biscuit come out. I even think that, I don't know if we're going to get Joe Miller to come over here. I know that he's really busy.
Questionable.
Of course, because all the craziness is going by, with League of Legends and StarCraft, so I definitely understand that. But we're here. It's you and I. We're the primary guys. Also, we got to give a shout out to our community casters as well. Indred and Winters, they did a phenomenal job. I really enjoyed listening to them. We're back. It's me and Josh Sutherland.
Yep, we're just basically finalizing some player settings, things like that. You know how it is with these live events. Everyone's got a different mouse pad, different headset. They got to fine tune.
Why can't they all just use an Xbox controller?
They need universal Xbox controllers. Obviously, that's the answer to our technical problems. No. So Group A play actually ended with Callwin getting first place with a map score 4-2. Then we had second place SK Gaming advancing with a map score of 5-4. So pretty ridiculous stuff there. Actually, SK Gaming and Callwin,
I didn't expect that.
Yeah, both advancing out of Group A at number 1 and 2 seeds. In Group B, we still have a lot of games to play. We've already finished one match, but we've got 5 more to get through tonight. So definitely keep watching with us, all the viewers back at home. Everyone over at the Shootmania area, we are actually going to begin some sick elite action. Some pro players up here: Complexity, Griffin, Carnage, and DeBears versus TCM Gaming, Frantic, Didix, and Luxes, who flew all the way out here from Sweden and the Netherlands to be able to participate in our tournament. They won their online qualifier about a month and a half ago, so they knew they had the free trip, and here they are getting ready to play for Group B. And, there's a lot of money on the line, actually. Advancing out of the group is a difference of, $5,500 to $8,000 if you, lose in the semifinals. You could win $15,000 for second place, and $30,000 will go to our number 1 team. So this action is going to kick off here very soon as the players are ready. But great game so far.
I know. And the thing to take away for this was that you have – TCM is a very good squad. Honestly, it's very talented. But the story here has to be Fnatic. Coming out of the wildcard qualifier, which is very, very difficult, right? But the other thing too is that you have to take in consideration that they have to face off against 3 very capable teams here. They have Complexity, they have TCM, and Planet Express, who we have not even seen play yet. And some are saying that they might be the best team in North America. I've heard that. I've heard that spoken in a few places here. So like in the bathroom and stuff.
Who are you talking to in the bathroom about Shootmania?
They talk Shootmania everywhere, baby. No, but in all seriousness, though, it's been this group to us when we were talking on target practice was a very difficult group. It was the group of death, in my personal opinion, especially if Dignitas or Fnatic made it out. So, and now that they did, and it is here, this is a very tough group here. Complexity had a close heartbreaker there. They should not have allowed that lead to come back against Fnatic. That just should not have happened. Heartbreaking indeed. But DeBears is a beast of a player. Just want to throw that out there.
Yeah,
he is amazing.
Oh my God, that last clutch, a second. Yeah, that was insane.
I had never. That was like I said. I was actually talking to Slasher earlier, and I was like, I think that was the most clutchest shot in the history of clutchness. It really was. It was like literally at the 0 second. But guys, if you're here joining us, in this in Mont Royal, please come on over and sit down and enjoy some quality Shootmania action as we're about to get underway here. The teams are ready to go. We're ready to go. You guys at home are ready to go. So let's get this action underway. Right?
They're actually still having a little bit of an issue over there.
I'm ready to go. Josh is ready to go, but no one else is ready to go at this time. No, but yeah, it's just it's been a great event so far, and I've been having a good time.
Yeah, and StarCraft right now actually is going insane. League of Legends, we've got some massive upsets and things like that going on.
Yeah.
We had Fnatic, actually their League of Legends team is doing really, really well. They beat Taipei Assassins, which is probably rated #1 team right now.
Wow.
They did win the World Championships not too long ago in LA, but finally we
Let's
are
go.
ready to hop into the game, so
Yay.
let's not waste any more time talking about stupid other games. I'm just kidding, I play all of them. Complexity, Griffin, Carnage, and DeBears versus TCM Gaming's Didix, Luxes, and Frantic. The map is going to be Collided, and I'm ready to see some Shootmania.
Indeed, and now we're going to have, Luxus on the attack, the leadoff attacker here. We say it all the time, but the leadoff attacker is the person that you expect to be able to come up big with those shots, and right there, Carnage sits down as Luxus gets that first shot on him. Carnage really needs to, find himself here, and look at that jump. That was a good jump there by Luxus, and Griffin now actually going to be playing the ball here, and you're going to see another shot landed onto Bears. Griffin here, the lone defender for Complexity, as TCM is looking really good here to open things up.
Yeah, we've got just one defender left. I don't know if
Three
Griffin is
armor
going to be able to, take out all 3 armor of Lux's.
Wow.
And that's a sure sign that he can't, as Lux's just hops over and pegs him with the laser. So we've got 1 attacking round already on the books here for Lux's and TCM Gaming. Excellent attack round to get started, and Complexity Carnage will be up first for their team. He is the leadoff attacker on Collided. We've got Lux's, Frantic, and Didix posting up at some, usual defensive positions. Frantic hiding in that corner, and we've got Carnage bouncing around, checking out Lux's position, perhaps trying to duel him. But this is kind of like a kill hallway, like a corridor of death. Once you get through it, you can start to free up your movement a little bit, but man, that defender's cubby peeking in there, trying to basically dance with that
nice
person.
Shot.
Carnage does trade 1 armor for Didix's elimination.
That is a very important area of the map here because of the fact that it pretty much just cuts off the defender from being able to access his back way because the lots of activity going on the right side. But never mind, let's go ahead and jump on board to the action as Carnage here might be able to land this next one as he gets taken out. What a clutch play there by Luxus, able to close that one out against Carnage. He was heating up real good, and it did not seem to pan out too well there for him and Complexity, as the score is going to be 2-0 right now. TCM is looking really good.
All right, Frantic with TCM Gaming's next attacking round. Again, this is first to 9 points in case you are just joining us. Essentially, you've got 1 attacker against 3 defenders. The attacker is always armed with this instant kill laser that will eliminate defenders in just 1 shot. All of the defenders are using rockets, though, and they do have a bit of a trajectory, a little bit of flight time. Sometimes you may have to lead your shot a bit if you're going to hit a longer range rocket, but it takes 3 hits to kill the attacker. Frantic using that laser we described earlier, taking out DeBears, and we still have Carnage and Griffin playing the point. Griffin over back by the column. Carnage actually trying to sneak around, but Frantic hears the footsteps and can
oh my God, very nice shot.
Swiftly dealing with Complexity. That was insane.
All right, and here we have it as the match is heating up now. DeBears is going to be the one on the attack here for the guys of Complexity. He's had some great attack runs earlier in the matchup against a Fnatic. Let's see if he can do it again here against TCM.
All right, DeBears looking for some lasers. TCM is posting up slightly different position this time around. We'll see if it ends up making a difference as DeBears is kind of peering down the hallway of death. We see Lux's over on the left side. Rockets still just whizzing by from all directions. And DeBears just cannot get a shot on anyone. They're all just hidden. There's Frantic peeking out for just a moment. I'm not sure what DeBears' plan of action is. Time is ticking down. There's only about 12 seconds left now before the goal is open, and he's still in the opening area here. This could be really rough for him. We've got, actually, Lux is getting all 3 of those rockets. Pretty crazy stuff there, as that makes 5 defensive rockets already and 1 attacking round successful for him.
Yep, and now with that one there, you see 0-4 in the count. This is just, this is not a good look here for the guys of Complexity, as it now is going to be Didix on the attack. Let's see what energy he can bring to this matchup, as it's pretty much been a very one-sided affair here in the favor of TCM. Perhaps he can continue to make it one-sided, as Didix is seeing that the rockets are flying all over the place here. He needs to find himself a different plan of attack on this one. But granted, though, the 3 defenders of Complexity seem to be playing this one as slow as possible in order to not let Didix make his way into the goal point. There's going to be 15 seconds left on the clock at this time. Let's see what's going to be coming up here, as Didix actually going to get hit once, twice, and he might get hit a 3rd time there. But some great play by DeBears to shut that one down right away, and he's missing his laser all over the place.
Yeah, Didix did not hit a single shot that time. Lux is, after such a monster attack round. Frantic hitting his attack round. Didix falling flat a little bit. That might be a nice little shift in momentum momentum for Complexity. We've got Griffin at the attack now. He is a very clutch attacker, not the leadoff attacker, not you know, even the second attacker, but
he's
we'll
the
see.
third one.
He is the third one. I'm just trying to. I don't really know how to say it because Griffin is a good attacker. He just happens to be the third one.
We saw it earlier with a few of the teams, like, for example, Epsilon, right? Epsilon has Godson as their third attacker. And Godson, when his laser gets hot, you know, like, he's really good. And it's good to have that spread out across where, you know, a lot of people will think, oh, yeah, you know, our weakest attacker is going to be our third attacker. But that may not be the case. Some teams may have their weakest attacker be the second one because of the fact that they just feel like, all right, it's going to be early in the game when that person attacks. Now's the time where Griffin needs to come up clutch with a win here. And although it is going to be 2 attack round wins for the guys of TCM, they just need to be careful with this. The goal is going to become active now as Griffin is going to find some shots down at the bottom. Rockets whizzing over by his ears there. He needs to be careful. And more rockets flying over. He's going to have a little bit of time left. 5 seconds on the clock. He's going to drop down. He will get taken out there. 2 shots by Frantic and 1 more by Luxus here. And let's go ahead and see who's going to be attacking for TCM. It will be Luxus now. And I'm expecting him to do some big things. Of course, he already had 1 successful attacking round for his team, and perhaps he could do it again.
Yeah, he did just pretty much destroy the first time he was up to bat. We'll see if it's going to be another follow-up attack round for him. He's inching forward now as Complexity has posted up at their defensive positions. We can see, I believe that's the Bears playing the left side. I'm not sure who's out there in the back.
That's Carnage. That's Carnage out there on the right. Very interesting position there, but they do give up that mid control, which is so important in my opinion. But there is plenty of time, though, and the attacker sometimes can get a little bit reckless with it, you know, moving into the goal, and they could get flanked just like that, but never mind. It's going to be a shutdown there, although they did trade, so that was kind of a win for the guys of Complexity, but Luxus needs to be careful.
Oh, man, again.
Never mind. Actually, Luxus doesn't need to be careful. That needs to be the Bears. He needs to be careful because he just got his head taken off, and it is going to be a 1v1. Griffin versus Luxus. Griffin moving in there. He's throwing down the rockets. He cannot connect with them, but Luxus can connect with the short-range laser for 4.7 meters, ending that round there. 6-1 right now. We saw this before, too, where, you know, Complexity just seemed to have struggled in game 1, and perhaps it's happening here again. I'm not too sure, but, you know, Collided is a very tough map for defenders because of the wide-open space, you know, and the fact that that bridge is so effective, and you're seeing it being abused by the guys from TCM. But just like that, Carnage's attack run is ended by Didix and Frantic, you know, working together to close that one out. 7-1 is a score, and Complexity is just not looking very good right now.
Well, TCM is actually looking monstrous, is what I was going to say. They are just crushing it on defense and offense. Complexity is having a hard time standing up to it, but I'm not sure if that's an indication of Complexity or an indication of TCM just being on fire. This is their first official match here for IPL 5. They've been practicing for 3 days straight for this group play, and finally the moment is here, and they're lighting it up.
Yep, and you're going to see here as Frantic now trying to figure out what he wants to do. You know, he has to at least pick off 1 defender, but oh man, shots being laid down. Carnage, good stuff there again too. That's going to be a big win for him there with all this time left on the clock for the defenders to work with here, and also the attacker getting that pressure applied to him. You could very well see TCM end up falling on this one, and Frantic may not be able to get that attack round win. He's missing his laser too, but he is able now to get that shot on Griffin, which is going to be a big win for him. But the clock is turning down, and that is going to be at Carnage with the last attack. So he lands all 3 there for Complexity.
All right, Frantic getting shut down means that the Bears will have another opportunity to get things back rolling for Complexity. They are a bit far behind now. I believe it's 3 attacking rounds to none. So the Bears, you know, looking to reverse this curse and try and start a new trend here on Collided. This is a map that all of the teams should be familiar with. It's been around as long as I've been playing. So that was the alpha. So the Bears, you know, he was playing with Mercops, that was Master Nook and Hostile. Back in the day, they won the E3 little showdown that they had, and the Collided was one of the maps back then, so he's definitely familiar with the map. All the TCM guys obviously very familiar. At 31-meter hit, the point I'm trying to get to basically is that this map is one that everyone's familiar with, and with a map pick coming up potentially for Complexity, they could pick something that they're more comfortable with that TCM might not like as much.
Yeah, the question is what that map pick is going to be. We did see them pick Archways in the last one, and that was a great selection there, and you could see that they really knew what they were doing. But De Beers now actually is going to be in a 1v1 against Frantic. He might be able to get this attack round win, but there's only going to be 2 seconds left on the clock. De Beers is going to get it. Nice shot there, and finally we see some life out of this Complexity squad. De Beers leading the charge there. Now it's going to be up to Didix here to shut this one down right away, make this 4 attack round wins for the guys from TCM. Or can the defense finally stand true for the guys of Complexity? Maybe they're getting the momentum that they needed to start building up a good run here.
All right, Didix trying to find what he found earlier on. He actually, no, I think he might be the only one. Yeah, he's the only unsuccessful one so far, but you know,
not having the best game.
Perfectly capable of you know, landing 3 lasers in a round. So we'll see as he loops around the side if anyone in the back is waiting for him or not. It looks like Carnage is taking an up high position, doing some spotting for the rest of the team, and Didix is going to have to decide how he's going to progress from here. Don't see any defenders here at the moment. There's Griffin, and he gets taken out very quickly. De Beers coming up from the side, lands a couple of rockets, and Carnage back at the point.
Very close.
Slinging out rockets left and right. It looks like he had a bit of an open shot there. Didix still managed to miss, and wow, Carnage landing that last one. You see Didix trying to shake off the rust there as he gets eliminated.
Nice stuff there by Complexity to hold that one down. Now, Griffin really needs to step it up, because if you take a look at the stats real fast, Josh, you're going to see, actually, yeah, Griffin is 0-0 right now. So he's one of their, one of the better defenders on the team, in my personal opinion, always playing the pole position or the goal position, if you want to call it. So, I expect big things out of him here. Hopefully he can start to light it up here on the attack. We did see him try and get something cooking on a few of his attack runs, but he just couldn't do anything. He just got shut down right at the wrong moment, and you can see the rockets flying everywhere here. Lots of activity going on, and Griffin needs to come up big here, but he is actually going to take a shot, and he won't be at 2 armor at this time.
Yeah, you were saying Griffin's one of the better defenders on the team, and I have to agree. They actually call him the wall on their team. He is a big guy, but he's very good at defense as well. So has a nice double meaning. Griffin,
check this out.
Still flying through here. Only has 1 armor left though, and with that pursuit from Didix and Luxes, that was not looking great. Actually, it was Didix and Frantic chasing him down there for the elimination.
Yeah, it was a good try there by Griffin. And now it's going to be match point here. Luxes can end the game. He has 2 attack round wins for his team. So that is a very key stat to keep in mind, because every time he's come up to bat, he has been very successful. We're going to see with this 8-4 score here, but Lux is already losing an armor there. That's not good, because those rockets are meant just to kind of like scare the defender or scare the attacker and push him back a little bit. But connecting there, me and Total Biscuit were talking about, it's like a 1 in a million chance. But great movement here by TCM's Luxes. But he is actually going to take another shot there. 1 armor left with 13 seconds on the clock. Luxes now needs to make a play happen. Shooting his laser, not able to connect. You're going to hear the laser, the rockets flying all over the place, and that's going to be it there. Griffin with the shot there on Luxes, as a matter of fact, now putting 2 defensive rockets on the board for this team. That's going to be a good one. Now it will be up to Complexity's leadoff attacker Carnage to bring them back into this game somehow, despite them being down 3 attack rounds.
So you mentioned it was like a 1 in a million shot. I don't think I've cast a million rounds of Shootmania, and I've seen it a bunch of times.
We've casted a lot of Shootmania.
I don't think it's been a million.
Well, it's meant for zoning. You understand what I'm saying, hater. Jeez.
I would say 1 in 20.
1 in 20. Okay, yeah, fine. You could say 1 in 20.
A lot more frequent.
Why you gotta be mean for? I don't appreciate it.
A million's a lot. If I could go win $20 a roulette or a million, that's a big difference.
It just sounded so cool when Total Biscuit said it. He was like, 1 in a million shot. I'm like, yeah, that's awesome.
Like, I'll agree with you. That sounded cool.
Yeah.
Why not? Complexity Carnage moving forward now. Luxes is back at the point. Didix and Frantic are out milling around somewhere. Actually, there he is. Didix getting eliminated, but the time is ticking down now. 12 seconds left and only 2 defenders to get through. Luxes back at the point, and Frantic sneaking underneath, perhaps behind him. Waiting for him to drop down to get the free shot, and that's good game. 9-5 for TCM.
Yeah, Complexity struggling a little bit, showing some life, and you never know what map they're going to pick next. If they pick Archways, it's going to be very interesting, because they're very strong at that map. But granted, we're going to see what the pick will be. But we're going to be right back, guys, with a very quick commercial break, and we promise it's going to be a very quick commercial break. We're going to get Game 2 started in just a second, so don't go anywhere, guys. IPL 5 here at Las Vegas, Nevada. I'm Golden Boy of 2W, joined by Ask Joshi. We'll be right back.